honestly, cutting is like extremely, people overcomplicate like losing body fat and getting lean all the time. But there's like also a difference between getting lean and getting shredded. So like I'll post a picture now where I'm like pretty lean. People be like, oh, you already look like really shredded. Because I'll say like, oh, I'm nowhere near done yet. But you can always go that extra level to take off that extra like stubborn fat, which is when you get shredded, which for me is a lot around my waist. Because once I lose my love handles and like this is where I hold like the last bit of fat, once this is gone, then my waist gets extremely tight and small. So when it comes to cutting, you have to, again, track your calories. I'm actually working on an app right now. I hope to have it done within like a month maybe, where it's gonna be like an all-in-one like custom training meal plan. You can track all your stuff in it. You can basically like, if it'll give you a macro plan, and then it'll say like if you want to go to Outback that night with your family, you can like substitute an Outback meal that best fits your macros. It'll calculate it for you and put it into your thing. So like it's super dope. I'm actually really excited for it. I'm gonna use it even myself personally. But you want to track your macros. So for me, the goal for me is like anywhere from 2,000 calories to 2,400 is like the range that I'm shooting for. Well, you want to be in a 300 calorie deficit eating wise. So let's say like if your maintenance calories is 2,800, you want to be eating 2,500. And then I recommend getting 300 calories burnt from an external source, whether it's steps or cardio. So for me, I do 30 minutes of Stairmaster in the morning fasted, which is like roughly 60-ish steps per minute for about 30 minutes, or incline treadmill, 13-degree incline, 3 miles per hour for 30 minutes every single day. And that means I'm putting myself into a 600 calorie deficit every single day. So when you do 600 times 7, what is that? 4,200? A pound of fat is 3,500, all right? So that means we're burning 4,200. So we're doing like 1.25 pounds of fat per week. Track your calories, eat less, do more cardio, become more active, do more steps, and you'll lose weight. As for making it, that's like the technical part. As for the other parts in terms of like making it easier, like you can sustain it more, you got to look into like low calorie, high volume foods, high protein, low calorie meals. So like for me, like we'll make this protein pizza that I've made in a YouTube video before. Protein French toast is a good alternative.
Oh, that you made?
Protein dip. What else do we do?
Protein ice cream.
Protein ice cream is really filling. Anything that's just
the strawberry dip.
Yeah, like there's a lot of meals you can do that you can make yourself that are like diet hacks that feel like they taste good and they're a lot of volume and you won't get fat from it. Like in simple like switches throughout the day. Like so many people, like they don't realize how much they eat. Like whether it's you go to get your coffee in the morning and you're getting cream and sugar and you're having a 350 calorie coffee when you could just get black coffee and have zero, or you get sugar-free syrups. Or like having regular milk throughout the day versus almond milk. Like having regular milk in your protein shake where you're adding 110 calories per serving in your protein shake when you could just do water to take that all the way. It allows you to eat more volume of food. So I could have twice as much Greek yogurt non-fat than regular fat Greek yogurt. So you want to fill yourself up. Making those changes, it really becomes kind of easy. It's just basic science and the law of thermodynamics. Like you eat less and you have more expenditure, you lose weight. It's as simple as that. Like don't do any like HIIT sessions and like CrossFit and shit to try to like, or sprint. Jogging, like yeah, you'll lose weight from that, but that's jogging and running is pretty dumb if you're from a bodybuilding standing point, because you're burning through a lot of glycogen and stuff which you could use for training. You got to train hard still while you're cutting to maintain your muscle mass. Everybody always asks too, I get that a lot, how do you keep your muscle mass while dieting, especially pretty hard? Keep your protein intake very high. I'd say 1 gram to 1.25 grams per pound of lean body mass. So for me, I'm doing like minimum 180 grams of protein a day is what I want to do. I shoot for 200 though. 200 is the goal. Always try to shoot for a higher goal so that even if you underachieve, you're still hitting a pretty high number. That goes for anything in life too. If you're like even success, like if you want to become successful, if I want to hit like 2 million followers on Instagram this year, I say I want to hit 3 million, because even if I underachieve, I'm probably going to be at 2.5 million versus if I just said in the off rep I wanted 2 million. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Intra-workout is great so that you can allow to have more intensity during your workouts, because when you're cutting, your workouts are going to slack. You're going to lose some strength because you're not feeding your body as much as you usually would. So to really make sure you plan your carbs and stuff like that around your workout. So before workout, during workout, after workout, have your carb heavier meals so you give your body the nutrients that it can have to train harder, because the more intensity that you bring in the workouts, the more your body's gonna be like, oh, I need to keep this muscle. So you will prevent muscle wasting. So high protein diet. Try to keep your gains as much as possible by training very hard and still training heavy. Like, not really focused on gaining strength. I'm just trying to maintain it, because as long as I can keep pushing the 90s, I know I'm not really losing strength, or I'm not really losing muscle mass. And you do that by training hard, continuing to train heavy, and protein intake. But yeah.